In this video, I am going to talk about the origin of the heart line. So this is something we have to be aware of in the type of palmistry that I do, which is the Birla method. We consider that the line starts from Jupiter and ends under Mercury. Some other school of palmistry actually consider the opposite. So that's why it's important to be very clear about that for the type of palmistry I do, this is the origin and this is the end. In the lesson on the length of the heart line, I covered the origin in Jupiter as opposed to Saturn. And in this lesson, I am going to talk about all the other origins. So one of the best origins to have is when you have a fork. So you have one line starting up there and another one starting there. You have an example. The top branch is based on unconditional love and on trust. The bottom branch is based on reality and on the knowledge that people are not perfect. When we have only the top branch, we tend to be overly trusting and we could be hurt. But when we have the balance because of the two branches, we have we have at the same time an idealistic love, the ability to love, but realistic, meaning that we know that people are not going to be perfect, so we don't expect miracles, even though we have this attitude of miracles. So here you have an example of a very beautiful, balanced, forked heart line. Now, as you can see, the two forks have to be very balanced. They have to be both very strong. Now, here you have an example of different length of the branches. So the top branch has to be either better or equal to the bottom branch. Otherwise, the bottom branch is taking over. And this is what's happening here. So the length of the two branches is very important. And in the second case, you see that the bottom branch is very straight and the other one is only a tiny little bit of a branch. And again, the bottom branch is taking over. So the person is more like a person with a straight heart line, but she should be encouraged to grow the small branch so that the two branches are the same length. Because as you know, it's always possible to change your lines. Now here you have an example, like 3 perfect sets of branches. So you can be sure that these people who have those lines, they are loving, they are optimistic, but at the same time, they are still able to deal with the hard reality that sometimes people are not living up to our expectations.